Do it.
Get over here!
Great power comes great responsibility.
To enthuse about a specific topic, not realizing that most people listening will fail to understand it. That's a Geek Out. This is the show, the Geek Out Show.
Hey everyone, it's Major Reaction coming at you. This is episode 186 of the Geek Out Show. I'm here with my co-host, J-Roo. How you doing today?
About to be doing a whole lot better.
I feel you. Not quite. I have my black lemonade tea here, but
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, this is
I've been on
actually
a little
new...
sabbatical from drinking for the last month, so I've been doing
I don't
good.
blame you, man. So I do that myself. This is a new IPA I'm trying. Axis from Real Ale Brewing, 7% alcohol, 7.1. It's okay. I'm not a big IPA guy, but it's all right.
How is it? Kind of hoppy?
Pretty hoppy. It's all right. I'll leave it at that.
Citrusy?
I like juicier IPAs myself, or like a hazy.
You like those West Coast IPAs?
Yeah.
All right. I feel you. I like West Coast. I like a good New England IPA every now and then too.
Yeah. This one's got a little more bitterness to it.
Okay.
But as our listeners can tell, it's just me and you, man. It's just the dream team.
Hey, we're back. We're gone for a week, but we're back.
Yeah. Gil couldn't be with us this week. He took the week off. Put his PTO in last year, and we forgot to let him have it. So we're letting him have a weekend off.
I don't know. I felt like he got a lot of PTO last year.
We all did.
Yeah, we got a nice little chunk there at the end.
But what's up with you, man? What have you been up to?
Just a lot of work. Today we went to see Disney on Ice at the Stockton Arena. So that was my second time back to the Stockton Arena in a matter of a month. Last time I went was for Stockton Con when I was helping out Juan at CFA, helping him out there a little and enjoying myself as well. But so we went to Disney on Ice. It was a really cool experience. They lit the ice on fire for a good minute, and the whole dragon from Cinderella was out there. You know, Maleficent and her dragon form.
Oh, nice.
I got a good video of that. That was really cool. So who knows? Maybe I'll add a little clip of that in at the end of this.
Is it more like traditional Disney stories and characters, or did they like incorporate some newer stuff?
Oh no, they had everything from Coco, Moana, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin.
So a mix of everything.
Yeah, Tangled, Frozen. They had a pretty good theme there going on. It was heroes and princesses today, so it was cool.
Okay, nice. That sounds really cool, man. I know my daughter would love to go see something like that. So I don't know if we'll ever get that out here, but maybe we'll have to look for one.
Y'all don't have a hockey rink?
Funny story. There was a hockey. There might still be a hockey rink because there's a hockey team, but
Yeah,
there was an
Dallas Stars.
ice. There wasn't. Yeah, true. There was an ice skating rink that something happened to where it all defrosted and it was too expensive to build it back up or keep their cooling system up to date. So they just turned it into a roller skating rink.
Where?
Here in Midland.
Oh, yeah. No. I meant to say wow, but it came out as like, wow.
I heard where, so.
Yeah, no, it definitely came out like that. That's crazy. The ice melted, huh?
Yeah, like something with their cooling system went out and everything melted, and they're like, it's too expensive to replace. So we're a roller skating rink now.
Must have had some intense hot yoga sessions or something in there
on
the day off of hockey.
Who knows?
Anyways, how you been?
Like I said, good, man. Just really, really busy. Nothing really new to report on. Heath and I did record an episode of Canon Cantina, which by the time this comes out, that will be out. And that is the episode we're calling, or that word associated with Star Wars Podcast Day. So February 7th, 1999, Jedi Talk was the first Star Wars radio show or podcast or anything related. So this is the 23rd anniversary, and they just kind of, any Star Wars podcast they can get on board, they just kind of bring them on board, and Canon Cantina was invited along. So, we put out a special episode for that. Other than that, dude, nothing crazy. Even my collecting's kind of been slow recently.
Same, man. Comics and collecting been a little slow for the past month, but let's get into some comic book talk. Have you picked anything up?
I actually skipped last week. I didn't go. I know I have a pretty hefty pool with the Hive, but no, I didn't get anything. I did read my stack from the weeks prior, which included Savage Avengers 28. That's the end of that story run, which ended up being a really cool story. So spoilers, it's a 28 issue arc, right? There wasn't lots of little arcs in here. It was all you were reading it too, weren't you, Matt?
Yeah, Cole Gath was the main overarching villain through the
Yeah,
whole
Kulan
thing, pretty
Goth,
much, right?
and then so the last one, Kang takes Conan back in time to train Kang to fight Kulan Goth, or a version of, or no, he takes him back in time to train Kulan Goth not to become a wizard, but to become a warrior instead.
Okay.
So after that's done, and after they complete that, Kang takes Conan back to the Sumerian age, or to Samaria in the Hyborian age. He takes him back there, and then he ends up back in the 616 proper eventually. Kang goes to the future, and he's got this like hall of trophies, right, of all the heroes that he's slain. And something they had mentioned issues back, that Conan's, none of Conan's stuff was in there. And Kang opens up all these secret doors, and then there's Conan's sword and necklace and crown from when he's King Conan. And he picks up the sword to look at it. He's like, I did end up beating you. And then he actually looks a little closer, and he says, this isn't over. Conan scratched "this isn't over" onto his sword.
Nice.
So that's how it ended.
Okay, so maybe we see King in the future Savage Avengers.
Yeah, he was pretty heavily featured here at the the end of this arc. He kind of helped out the whole battle with Kulan Goth. So it's we did get a little Savage Avengers news, so I would imagine he'll pop back up. I think he'll be a reoccurring player.
So he helped out only to finally defeat Conan, or to eventually defeat Conan.
Right.
That was his whole thing, was just to help Conan. That way he could, kind of figure out more about him to beat him later on.
Exactly.
Funny. That's King for you. All right, well, let's get into some comic news, because I also have no books to share this week.
I was going to ask, did you pick up anything?
No, I skipped because the last time I went in, on an in-between week, there was only 3 books in there, and it's not really worth my pull because they take 10% off when I take my pull out. So it's worth it to have at least a decent little stack before I go and take it, So I'm waiting for that to stack up just a little bit more. But yeah, I was just reading that Immortal Hulk book, got through issue 3, met which I guess was the intro of the new Dr. Banner. Was that the intro?
You're not talking about Immortal Hulk. You're talking about
not Immortal Hulk. My bad. The new Hulk, the
Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
Hulk. Yeah.
I have the 3rd issue, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh well, because somebody said there was going to be a big first appearance, and the only person that's newly introduced in the story is the new Dr. Banner that they meet.
Wow.
You'll see. But yeah, just nothing. It doesn't progress the story all that further. But we'll see.
To me, if it wasn't for Ryan Otley on the art, I probably wouldn't be picking that book up.
I'm right there with you, dude. That's pretty much what's pulling me in, and I just kind of want to. I mean, it's intriguing where it's gonna go. That's what I just want to see. So maybe I'll stop for a little bit and pick up some of the later issues when it gets to where it's eventually gonna go.
Yeah, and I know that issue 3 sold out and at a second print too. So, like you said, it was speculated on.
Something special there, I guess. All right, well, let's go ahead and look at the news here. Now, you've been pretty hyped up about this, so can you tell us a little bit more about this title here?
Yeah, so Mike Spicer, he's a colorist, famously colors all of Daniel Warren Johnson's stuff. He threw out a couple of sample pages of this new DC solicit, which is called the Jurassic League. It's essentially exactly what it sounds like. It's the Justice League if they were dinosaurs and Jurassic era creatures. I thought the art was Daniel Warren Johnson at first, and then I was like, it's a little too clean to be him. It turns out it is. I had it pulled up. I think it's Juan Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon.
Yeah, Juan Gideon. He's drawing it, and it's being written by Daniel Warren Johnson. So,
okay.
It looks cool, dude. It's a 6-issue miniseries. I haven't been hyped for a DC book in a long time. I'm gonna get this. Like, it looks really cool.
This ain't for me.
Yeah, it's
Something
a
about
gimmick.
it.
It's gimmicky, but it's right. Dinosaurs and Justice League costumes, dude. That's like everything 6-year-old Jade could have
I
ever
mean, I
wanted.
say that while I'm wearing my Street Shark shirt. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little hypocritical here, but
Yeah, can you imagine if McFarlane did some figures of this too?
ooh, I don't know.
T-Rex,
I don't
Batman,
know.
and
Depending on how
crazy-
that articulation scheme comes out, but
crazy
these would be
Bat
cool
Lizard
designs.
Joker,
These would definitely be some badass designs.
Wonder Woman as a Triceratops.
Right? I feel like she got the short end of the stick here. Or what's up with Superman? Is he a brontosaurus or what?
I'm not really sure. He kind of looks like a primate of some sort.
He looks like a primate?
Well, I thought so a little bit.
To me, he looks like a brontosaurus. Like he has a brontosaurus head.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
I don't know.
looks
He's
like a
odd, but
dick.
no, I see where you're saying the primate because of like the build of his body, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Odd.
I just think they're cool. It's cool. I'm here for it.
I might have to pick up just one issue of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So here we have a new Daredevil #1 coming out in June, done by Chip Zdarsky and Mark Cicchetto. And we're guessing that this is going to be the return of Matt Murdock because Elektra has been taking over the mantle for a while here.
I'm not reading this book. I know Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil is pretty highly regarded. And there's the big crossover event, Devil's Reign, going on right now. So I'm imagining this is just going to be the fallout after Devil's Reign.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with Daredevil.
Well, I know guys like Clayton that are big Daredevil guys are probably screaming at their stereo right now.
Yeah, Clayton would be mad about that one. All right, so here we got a cover for an Iron Man book. Looks like Iron Man popped in the question to Hellcat.
I have no idea what this is about. I'm really not even a big fan of the cover.
Yeah, me either. It looks like a Silver Age comic.
Maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah,
that's exactly what he's going for, and it has like the old school Iron Man, too. So
that makes sense.
It has like that 90s animated feel to me almost too, like the old 90s cartoon.
Yeah, it's just,
and if I remember correctly, I don't know, I think you might have had a relationship with her during that particular run of that show.
I guess I'm a bad comic book fan because I have no clue.
I don't know. I honestly kind of thought it was weird that Hellcat and Iron Man were together, like in that situation. But
well,
all right.
more weird situations coming to Marvel summer 2022.
Well, they got to find a way to make the Eternals interesting, right? So,
well, not only that is like we have to have this big summer crossover event to where you're buying all of their books, right? Yeah. This is going to be Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals. I'm not really sure what goes on here, but the Eternals don't like the fact that the X-Men are now immortal, right? Because they've found out how to reincarnate with Krakoa. And the Avengers are kind of the stopgap for that, right? Like they're the ones trying to mediate the whole thing.
Yeah, or maybe try to have to play third hand in like the war, because look at this quote right here. It says, "How on earth do you think we're gonna make a god in a few hours?" And that's coming from Tony Stark, who would probably be leading the Avengers. So it sounds like they're trying to come up with some kind of countermeasure to fighting the X-Men and the Eternals.
Yeah, I'm already pulled out of the X-Men books. I'm not reading Eternals or Avengers, so I can like totally skip all of this, man.
Same. I dropped X-Men pretty hard, and it really saved my ass.
I've talked to Joey over at the comic book shop at the Hive, and it's like something about Hickman's stuff, man. It's like I don't know what the word. I want to say pretentious, but it's not. It's just, dude, it's too big brain for me, man. Is really all it is.
Yeah, and it feels like it's a lot of reading for like not much, payoff.
Yeah.
Like you do all this reading and then in the end it doesn't really pay off for much, and like there's no big, like so far I haven't seen any really cool big battle scenes.
It reminds me of an X-Men D&D It reminds me of like an X-Men D&D campaign that somebody's writing
without all the combat.
Minus all the combat.
Yeah, which is what you play D&D for. One thing also is like I did like the Hickman Avengers stuff that he did, because that had like far-reaching like things happening. You know, they were dealing with like forces outside of their universe that helped shape the garden and the universe and everything around them. So when that stuff was going on, it had some huge like impact. But the stuff they've been doing with the X-Men, it just feels like it's a circle just going around and around and around.
Yeah.
Like nothing's gonna happen. But
Wolverine was the best thing to come out of that. So that's the only one I'm still reading.
all right, so moving on, we got a cover here. We talked about this last year about the Captain America Miles Morales. So here's a nice looking cover.
Yeah, this is the Ivan Coelho.
Yep,
He's one of their Stormbreakers.
he's a great artist.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm not variant. I'm not really variant chasing anymore. So
no, I kind of stopped off that too.
Yeah,
unless it's a book I'm actually picking up.
Right.
Right. But... all right, here's something I might pick up. This looks kind of
speaking of a book we're actually gonna read.
So we got all new, all different Savage Avengers.
Yep.
Coming May 2020.
New team with a couple of returning members. So Conan, he's the pillar of this team. Black Knight and Elektra. Here's Elektra as Daredevil, but Elektra proper was a part of the original Savage Avengers team.
Oh,
and
true.
Black Knight came on about halfway through. So those are returning cast members. Cloak and Dagger, those are some new members of the team. And my two least favorite members, mostly because I don't know anything about them, is what is this? Anti-Venom and Weapon H.
Yeah, Anti-Venom and Weapon H. But I kind of want to see how they use
Preparation
them.
Weapon H.
Preparation H. I want to see how they use them though, because I haven't really seen too much of them in any of the comics I've read. I kind of made a point to stay away from the whole Weapon H thing just because it kind of felt like take two characters, smash them together. That's
dude, me too. Like I was not interested in that at all.
And it kind of feels like they have a couple of those characters here with that Daredevil Elektra too,
Yeah, and Clayton reached out and he was saying that there's going to be some kind of reveal in here, so spoilers, something to the effect of Flash Thompson's Agent Venom will become Anti-Venom again here.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up the book because I liked Savage Avengers to begin with, and usually a rotating cast, right? Like I don't think we'll see this team for too long.
No, probably a couple of them will drop out in the first couple books.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Conan. I bet. I don't think he'll carry the book on that much longer.
See, I have to disagree with you. I think
really
he is the Savage part of the Savage Avengers, right?
True. You might be right about that.
I don't see them.
Yeah, there isn't really anybody to. Yeah,
I don't see them removing him from the book.
I just feel like he could go do his own thing though too, just as easily as he could be a part of a team. Like because I felt like they kept pulling him away from the team in the last book too, and he was kind of off on his own doing his own thing. Well, they were kind of doing that with the whole team, but I hope they kind of keep a team dynamic a little more here. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out in May.
Yep. But it does kind of look at the way they have it split up, though. It almost does kind of look like it's going to be kind of split stories as well.
Some separate stories going on.
Yeah. All right, take us away with this.
So we got some Star Wars reveals. Star Wars right now is like they've only got a couple of ongoings, and they're really leaning heavy into these 5-6 issue mini stories arcs. The next one coming out in May is going to be Obi-Wan, basically his time between Clone Wars and A New Hope. So I think this is directly related to the Obi-Wan show, right? I think this is just some more information to that,
fill in the little gaps.
Yeah. I just said I wasn't chasing variants, but Peach Momoko is doing a cover for this. Looks great. Qui-Gon, young Padawan Obi-Wan. I'm going to be looking for that.
That's a good throwback cover right there.
Yeah.
Man, and it fits. It looks so good. It's like so different than what you'd expect from Star Wars, but it looks so good.
Right.
It almost looks like something straight out of like Visions. All right, so here we have a little bit of new Sorcerer Supreme rises. We know that Doctor Strange is now dead, and the new Sorcerer Supreme has taken the title. So the new Sorcerer Supreme is going to be Clea. She longs to bring Stephen Strange back from the dead. but she's gonna have to become the Sorcerer Supreme before she gets a chance to restore Steven to his former self. So this book's gonna be done by Jed McKay, and the artist is gonna be Marcelo Ferreira.
Yeah, I picked up all the issues of Death of Doctor Strange. I haven't read the last couple. I think I just picked them up because I was getting a little light on books, you know, and it sounded interesting, but it really hasn't been all that interesting for me.
Yeah, you weren't that fan of it?
Nah, it's okay. It's about it.
Okay.
I've never been a big Doctor Strange fan in general.
I haven't read too much of his stuff either. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe I just never gave it a shot. I was reading Strange Academy for a little bit though.
Why don't you go back to Hogwarts, Doctor Strange?
All right. So what have you been picking up? Any collectibles this week? Anything at all to talk about?
Got a couple things, yeah. So shout out NM_pops_ the letter N _ figs. He sent me the Stern pinball Ninja Turtle set. So
Nice.
actually the shirt, the hat, the keychain, and the figure. I had this set at one point, but I sold it. But it gave me a really, really good price on this. So don't need this shredder. I'm just gonna ice it, you know.
Now what are those, like NECA figures or?
Yeah, they're NECA, but it was a
Okay.
Walmart exclusive Stern pinball box set.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
Never
cool.
seen that before.
That's really cool on it. You can probably see it's got really cool. Oops. You know, it's different than regular NECA boxes.
It reminds me of the Turtles in Time packaging.
Yeah, it looks very similar to it, and he's like kind of shiny. You probably can't tell, but he's.
Oh no, I can see him. Yeah, he's got that nice kind of
really
shiny.
My Mythic Legions Legion Builders sets came in. So
let's see those beautiful things.
I said it on the last show. I got 4 orcs and 4 goblins. So I've already been messing with the orcs.
I wish I had grabbed a couple of those boys.
You know, for the price point, really good. You know, I've had a couple of mythics in the past, and I don't know, you know, I'm not one of those guys that could be like, oh, it's a 1.0 body or 2.0 body, or I don't know enough about mythics, right? But like, it seems like compared to the other ones I had, that they just move a lot better, right? They're not so stiff. There's not a lot of paint rub, because I feel like was always kind of my beef with them. Is like, man, they're like really stiff. But this is great. You know,
they're not too loose to the point where he can't hold the pose, though, is he?
No, not at all. Like, it's
because I've had a couple mythics where the kind of legs were kind of a little too loose to where, you know, it made them kind of like slump over when you're posing them.
It reminds me a lot of the combatants. Like, it kind of feels like those.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I got some goblins too.
Well, let me be the first to say, if you ever get tired of those orcs, send them my way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like, there's not a lot of paint, right? Obviously, for the price, and then being Legion builders, I didn't think there would be, but I think I might take a crack at, you know, doing a little painting on this guy.
Just take a little black wash to him.
You think? Well, you mean to his armor? You think that would work?
I'm thinking more to the arms to bring out like the muscle definition and stuff.
I mean, I think it's pretty well done.
Yeah, like, I think it looks pretty good actually too.
Yeah, there's some wash to it. I'm more or less talking about like I might get some like brown and paint, like, you know, this kind of looks like leather. Maybe paint these leather pieces.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Maybe kind of dry brush the armor pieces. There's no, you probably can't tell, but I don't know how the helmeted orcs usually come, but there's no paint in the eyes. Like, it's just black.
Yeah, no, that's how they're supposed to be.
I thought they came with an unmasked head, but they don't.
No.
Head pops off real easily. That was really cool. It comes with really cool accessories, man, like some really badass swords. Which I'll probably give this to Conan, honestly. Like, this looks more like his sword than the one we got.
That's nice.
So
you come with that. He came with the axe too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it came with the axe. He's holding shoulder pauldrons and stuff. I have him kind of stripped down. I was just kind of.
No, it looks cool without the shoulder pauldrons.
I think so. Yeah, I think it looks better.
See the arms.
You know, if you put those on, I think he's like drowning in armor. You can't even tell it's an orc.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I think it looks good with the arms showing like that.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with those, man. But other than that, don't think I got anything else, man. Did you pick up anything?
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got something because I don't have anything to talk about that I could think of right off the top of my head. No, I don't got nothing. It's
You
been
know,
a slow
this
week.
Yeah, you and I were talking about it pre-show that it's just kind of been a slow month, and that's okay. Like I'm getting, in the past I would have went and like
Bought something
just look for something, right? Because
at the
it's so
store.
dry, just go pick something up. But I don't mind the gaps in purchasing anymore.
Yeah, I've been finding that like I have so many toys that I don't have much time to like mess around with most of them. So I feel
Mhm.
like if I can kind of limit what I have, then I have more time to play with the things that I do have and enjoy them more. So
Exactly.
that's kind of going to be my new stance going forward. I mean, obviously, it's probably not going to work all that well during certain times when a bunch of pre-orders are dropping and stuff.
Yes,
But
yeah, that's just the way it goes.
when it's slow,
sometimes.
I'm just going to enjoy it. You know.
Hopefully by next show, speaking of things we really enjoy, I just got my shipping notification for my Razor Crest, so hopefully
Ooh,
that's here next week.
you guys hear that, Star Wars
I might have
fans?
to take a page out of the old Majors book and do a video, and maybe you could throw it up on your YouTube or something.
I thought you were gonna say some shit like, "Yeah, I have to take a page out of Major's book and take the day off of work and play with this thing or some shit like
Maybe,
that." I was
very
gonna be like,
possible.
"Motherfucker, I never did that." But yeah, no, I'll definitely throw it up on my channel if you could do a review of it because I'm sure that'll be a hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, or we can throw
I'm
it up on the
really
Geek Out Show
excited for
channel
that,
because that'll probably be good to bring some people in.
for sure. Yeah, that I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, like you said, I got something on pre-order coming too. I have the 1/6 scale Doro Hidoro Ebizu coming in from 3-0 or 3A
Remind me which
3
character that
0
is.
3-0. She's the sorceress who runs around with the little skull on her head. She's the partner to I can't remember the guy's name right off the top of my head right now, but he has the long nose and he wears the weird like thing over his head and he has the ski cap. She's the
Mhm.
one who's always just doing weird shit. She ran around in
Yeah,
a shark costume for like a whole episode. I love her though. She's a funny character. She's just so awkward and weird and doing all weird stuff all the time.
so is that
Yeah,
would that be your third one?
that'll be my third figure for the Doro Hidoro collection,
Yeah.
and all they've made so far. So,
Oh, nice.
yep, looking forward to her. And then I also have Goliath waiting in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store, and the newest iteration of Goku Black. So I'll be shipping all that stuff sometime soon to myself.
Nice.
But until then, let's talk about some collectible news.
What else are we going to pre-order?
Oh, well, this bad boy right here. Let's tell you. I know I said I wasn't going to get in on the Buzzmon line, but my lady got me Tanjiro for Christmas. So I immediately ordered Zenitsu and Inosuke. I had the Zenitsu in, loving him. You've probably seen a bunch of the pictures I've been taking because that's all I've been posting lately. And this will be one that I'm definitely going to have to add to the collection. Tengen. He's from the current entertainment arc, the entertainment district arc that we're watching currently. He's a Hashira and he's badass.
This is from Demon Slayer, right?
Yes, this is from Demon Slayer. This is made by Buzzmod, put out through Aniplex.
So this is cool, but I'm not familiar with these figures. Go back to that last one real quick. I'm assuming that the legs pop off and the arms pop off, and these are just other.
Right here, it's not the arms popping off though, because if you can see, you still see the joints.
Okay, yeah.
So
But
you
the
can
leg,
actually
but the
do that
leg
with
part
arms, but
probably
these
is.
are, yeah, they do have additional leg pieces that they offer that you can insert into the legs to get either like super crazy crouching poses or to put them like, sitting on their little blankets. So he looks awesome. Comes with two swords,
really
got a little chain connector for him. It's just really cool. And he has
Now, is
multiple
this
wives.
is
So
this a hero or villain character?
no, he's a hero. So the
Okay.
Hashira are the demon slayers. They're like the top demon slayers.
Okay.
They're like the masters of the demon slayers.
That's going to be the next one I watch when I finish season 5.
And he has multiple wives. So if you have some of those like Figma waifus, you can just put a bunch of them around him because he has like 3 wives. So yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah, he
sounds like a headache.
But they're actually all ninja wives, so they're actually all really cool.
Ninja wives.
Yeah. So so don't cheat on them unless you marry them. All right, so we got the Figma Homelander. People are already going to town on this figure. They're already suspecting that
Looks
this will be the
pretty
next
bad.
Igashira figure or the next Woody figure. This is going to be the next like funny toy photo figure for sure. So if this figure does sell out, it's because people just want to be doing crazy stuff with this figure.
Not because it's good.
Not because it's good. But I gotta say the articulation doesn't look too bad, except for where the ball joints stick out on the
The elbows.
on the elbows. Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you know Figma's known for that.
I have no relation to this character. Like I don't care.
I mean, I like Homelander and I like the boys, but that's like another, that's jumping into one more line that I don't need to do,
Here's one our boy Heath totally manifested with his new show.
Boom, 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 boom. He's been asking for this one, so I'm glad he finally got it. And like a deluxe version figure too, coming with the cannon, coming with all his little extras, guns, some harvesting tools. If Heath was here, he would tell you all about it. But you should go listen to his show. What did I order? Because I think that you'll have a better time listening to that and listening to him talk about man cakes than listening to me. So
yeah, it looks like it comes with a couple heads and, like you said, his harvesting tool, guns, pistols.
I don't even think it's a couple
with
heads.
that
What I think
cannon,
it is,
too.
I think you might be able to slide the mustache and the and the hat on over this head.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. I see that.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what it looks like to me.
So it's like the syrup is removable.
Is that what it is?
Right? Like it's like the clear. Yeah, it's like the clear syrup goes over it.
Maybe, huh? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe it's already under it.
I know it also comes with that cannon.
Yeah, the cannon. Yeah.
So
here we go. There you
go.
go.
This is another one that see like the syrup is what comes off.
Looks cool.
Yeah,
what were you gonna say?
I have no need for this, but like, dude, this is kind of like too cool to pass up, I think.
I know, even just for like that cannon accessory.
Yeah, totally.
And that bag of money, bag of buttery goodness.
Yeah, but you could turn it around and use it as a bag of money.
If you get enough of them, you can stack them together and just kind of hide that torn piece.
I think this is one, like, if I see it, I'm gonna grab this. I got to support my boy Heath over there too.
Yeah, I'll probably definitely pick this up if I see it randomly. It'll just look cool on a shelf, I feel like, too.
Yeah, that cannon is really cool, man. I think some dry brushing and you're there.
Yeah, get a couple of those. Good for Western scenes. All right. So here we go. We finally are getting our single carded Baroness. And I think this looks better than the original one they put out.
Yeah, it's definitely a different mold. The glasses are removable. We talked about this a little bit on our last show, how we're gonna get like this retro 6-inch line. Yeah, dude, it's really cool. I'm gonna grab this too. I'm all in on the Joe line, so
I will be passing on this because I'm not collecting Joes like that.
It looks good.
Great. All right, going into some high price territory here.
So a couple of new Hot Toys reveals. Axe Woves from the Night Owls without the actual actor's face sculpt. More or less an army builder if you really wanted it to be, but if you're just going for screen accuracy, like, you need this to complete your Night Owls, right?
True.
It looks great. What hasn't been said about Hot Toys Mandalorians that we don't love, right? Like, everything's great about it.
Yeah, and the cloth goods look amazing, and it looks like it has a lot more functionality than a lot of Hot Toys because due to the type of cloth goods they're using, you're not getting the type of weird rubbery materials that we get with a lot of our superheroes.
Yeah, there's lots of layers they use too for those flight suits, to where it doesn't look bad baggy or overlapping or anything like that too.
Exactly. Here's a figure that looks a little, this is probably one of those ones that's going to have a really hard time posing.
Yeah.
But he looks amazing. Green Goblin from the No Way Home.
Yeah, it looks great. Like you said, I would be worried about the material used here. But I guess that's probably the same material they use for all their Spider-Man figures, right?
I was going to say, this looks like the same material used for $20.99, and then they just have like overlays over everything.
Just some armor pieces.
Yeah, like just some plastic overlays over all this crap for the armor and stuff. but the base underneath suit looks like probably like similar to the 2099 or maybe something a little lighter. I wonder if we'll get a Willem Dafoe head sculpt with this, because that would be like the prime seller. I would hope so. Seeing as how he barely wore the mask for what, 3 seconds in the
Yeah, not
All
even.
right.
Going back to Star Wars, we're getting Casca Reeves with a Sasha Banks head sculpt.
There you go.
Which I knew there was a little bit of weird legalities with like WWF likenesses and stuff like that. That's why you don't see like The Rock hot toys and Batista hot toys and stuff like that.
Oh wow, I never thought about that. Well, haven't we had a Drax hot toy though?
Yeah, but I mean that's a little different, right? He's all make-upped out.
Well, that's where I think the line crosses, because here we have Sasha Banks playing a character outside of WWE, so I think that's how they're able to get away with this kind of stuff.
I've seen a lot of people hating on it, but I think it looks great. I don't know. I think it looks great.
Is it maybe? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the show, but like maybe the hair looks off a little.
I think a lot of people, it was more about the face sculpt, but I think it looks just like Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know her that well. I don't watch wrestling, so I mean, I've only seen her in the show.
Looks great.
I don't think it looks bad. I think it
again,
looks pretty damn real.
If you're gonna have a Night Owls display, you can't not have her.
Nope. No way to pass her up.
Nope.
All right. Do you know anything about these little boys here?
So I think these are just like, for lack of a better term, bootleg, right? Designer toys.
There you go. Yeah. That's the better. That's the more respectful term.
Yeah. Well, you know,
so this is right up Seth Horton's alley.
I would say he's in the bootleg community, but yeah, designer toys. This is a Last Ronin figure. I like
the art
style of Playmates. You think we're gonna get a Last Ronin figure from NECA or anything like that?
I feel like they kind of have to. I feel like they have to, but I don't know, because I'm not sure like where that title falls into the whole licensing rights. You know what I mean? Because that's like it was like actually signed on by like Kevin Eastman and them. So I don't know.
They probably could have went after it, you know, if they wanted to, if they haven't already. I think it would be really cool to get all 4 turtles in the past, plus get the Last Ronin, right?
Or like the Ghost Turtles, like make them like all like blue cool and like ghosty.
Do a Ghost Turtle too, and you could buy 3 of them.
Yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't do the Last Ronin figure. But I don't see them needing to do too much else in that series. I mean, eventually
they're gonna run out of turtle. Like we got the Universal Monster turtle crossovers, and even I was like, okay, that's a little that's a reach. Like they're
going pretty deep already. They're kind of running out. So. They're burning the well dry.
This could be just something new for them to bring into the fold.
So this looks cool though. This is a Super Weird Mutant Toidles, and it looks like it's made by DeFoot. So
yeah, it looks great.
Definitely a lot of work into this figure here. Even the bootleg toys, you know, take a lot of work to produce.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have a price point or anything for you.
I would say probably about 45 to 50, maybe upwards of 70, because I don't know, designer stuff. It could be super limited.
Low runs, yeah.
All right, here we got the second Figura Obscura, or maybe like the first one in a new deco, I guess you would say. But we're getting version 2 of Krampus. This one was originally a Big Brother exclusive. So Big Boy Collectibles. Sorry, Big Brother.
Well, I think it's an exclusive to all their retailers, to an official 4 Horsemen retailer.
Okay.
But Big Boy, and they did this once before. They put it up before it was officially solicited.
Oh. So do you think they got in trouble for that, or what?
The cat's out of the bag kind of situation, you know.
I see. So basically, if you didn't get your original Krampus on one of the 2 drops that they had, they put it up again for a 3rd time through their other retailers, and now just this weekend they recently put them back up again on their own site. So if you didn't get them through any of their retailers, you had one last chance to get this red Krampus from Big 4 Horsemen. So.
Oh, really? I didn't think these were actually up for pre-order yet.
From what I've heard is that they went up again on their site, or they're going to go up again. So if it hasn't already, then it's going to. So if you haven't got a Krampus by now, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
Here's your chance.
Like
Yeah,
you've had
I'm not.
multiple chances.
Are you getting this, Matt?
I got the original, so I don't really feel a need to have a second one, but I do like the coloring, but it's a little too much coloring for me, if you know what I mean. And I already have Belphegor and Arethyr, and they're both like red demons as well. And I have a Hellfire Goblin, so they're all red. So it's a little too much red demons. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna get off red demons for a while.
Give
me some more blue demons. Give me some green demons. Anything but red demons. All right. So last we have, I think we got a couple more things, but this is MOTU Classics. They started off with the front guy here. Can't remember what his name was now, but I remember we reported on him a while back. And now they're adding a couple more figures into the line. I know zero to squat about MOTU Classics.
Yeah, me too. And I'm trying to look at what we actually, what the name of that character is, and we're not doing it any justice here.
Gil would be so mad right now.
Yeah, 100%. Is it Sunman? No, that's
Sunman.
not right.
There you go. Yep.
Is it?
I'm pretty goddamn sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Something super simple. Of course, I forgot. Sunman.
Yeah, we knew that all along. But yeah, for He-Man collectors, this is probably great.
Yeah, these old school figures. I don't know, man. We've just moved so far beyond. I understand for the aesthetic reason and things like that, and to go in with your, if you already have these classic figures, you probably want more to go in line with them. But
right.
If you're not already collecting this stuff or haven't been collecting this stuff, I don't see anything that would want to bring you onto the line now. You know what I mean?
Other than the Sunman himself, and the just the story behind that and everything, right? It's
true. That was that was
history.
very important. Other than that, though, I mean, these characters don't strike a bell to me. I mean, this guy back here, he looks like he's from like Raiders of the Lost Ark. This guy back here.
Yeah, and then you have like a Gamorrean guard up there.
Yeah, or actually, that guy kind of reminds me of like a palace guard from like Bucky O'Hare or Zelda or something.
Yeah, Bucky O'Hare.
I used to love Bucky O'Hare, man. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so we already saw the pictures for this Predator a couple weeks back. Here we're seeing the light up features that were talked about on the back of the figure. And that's about all we have for that update.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. Now here's something I'm excited for.
Yeah, totally, dude.
So Rebel Tech, My Hero Academia. We're finally getting some looks at some new heroes.
Some odd choices here. Not necessarily odd choices because of how prevalent Endeavor and Hawks are in the newest season. They're kind of at the forefront of the newest season. So they're main characters right now. But now we've talked about this several times. Like, we could have gotten 10 other heroes before we got these two guys.
Yeah, they gave us the number 1 and number 2 hero here, which I don't think was a bad choice. But like you guys said, there's plenty of people who should have been made before.
Do you think they'll re-release All Might with these guys?
I don't know. They've been saying that they were going to re-release the All Might, so it will probably happen sooner or later. Yeah. But I would have liked to see them take a stab at a female figure first before, or I'd like to see them take a stab at a female figure, or maybe one of the smaller figures or more unique figures.
Or a
villain. Is cool to see Hawks because I think they did an amazing job with the wing sculpt and everything. I think even though I'm not a big fan of Hawks, I think I would pick that figure up regardless, just because the picture potential for him is through the roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna get both of these. I really am a fan of the Yamaguchi My Hero. Yeah, I'm gonna get both of these. Pretty much all I can say about it, man. They look great. That Endeavor looks super dope.
Same, and I hope we get the Endeavor where I hope comes with a bunch of different options to where we can display him without the flames on his face too.
Totally,
where he's
flames can be overbearing sometimes.
Well, I like his look without the flames though too, because he looks kind of like, I don't know, he looks cooler without the flames. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: if you had the choice to pick the next character in the line, who would you pick?
I would probably pick either Tokiyami, which is the dark bird guy, or I would go with someone like either Froppy, because I feel like she goes really well with the
that would be a cool
articulation scheme, or maybe even I don't know. I want somebody with a kind of a wild suit, but I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head other than maybe Kaminari or somebody like that. But
Yeah, so like for me it'd be like Ida. Like I think he would be
Ida
great.
would be great. No, yeah, there you go. He has a nice costume design.
Even Mineta, personally.
I do want to see Mineta.
Yeah.
I want to see how they pull him off and if they can make him about as posable as everybody else, you know?
Yeah, and they might have to put him as in a 2-pack, right? Like him and Momo or something like that.
You know what I wouldn't mind seeing also?
Who's that?
Is if they did the class uniforms too.
Yeah, see, I could do without. I'd like to see some villains in this line. Stain, Overhaul,
Nomus. I think
Fleck,
Nomus would be a great addition.
yeah, Nomu, Fleck Turn from the newest movie. There's a lot of good Shigaraki. There's a lot of good ones.
We could get one for all, or all for one. I mean,
yeah,
he'd be badass.
Does he ever come back around?
I'm sure he will later on. I don't think we won't see him for a while. I don't think.
Yeah.
And if we ever even do see him again, because remember they're trying to make Shigaraki his replacement. So
I'll talk about it in anime a little bit.
Yeah.
More.
All right. So let's see if we got anything left. But this is what I'm most excited for currently.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hold on. I spoke a little too soon because Animal Warriors: The Kingdom. They're showing off some stuff. Jason's getting ready to do some big reveals here in the next few weeks. They're not. The cool thing is they're going to start revealing more for wave 2 and 3. And the best thing about what Jason has said is that he is not going to open pre-orders until he has shipped everything from the Kickstarter. So that's amazing because a lot of people like to get you on the hook for one wave, and before that wave even releases, they get you on the hook for wave 2 and 3 or something, you know. And
yeah, we like to call that the
thing in product hand.
We like to call that the Hasbro Pulse method.
Well, the Mezco method too. I think it works for them pretty well.
Yeah.
But basically, like what they love to do to us is give you take your money for a whole wave of figures, not even give you that first wave yet, and then already start getting pre-orders for wave 2, wave 3, future things coming out. And it's like, dude, I don't even have these in hand to know whether I want to buy more. So the cool thing is Jason's going to start getting these figures out to us first, and then he's going to put the pre-orders for the next couple waves up. So I'm excited to get these in hand. I've been looking forward to these. I've been collecting things to go with my Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I'm just super
When is
stoked.
that supposed to arrive?
Looking at these samples and everything, it looks like it should be in the next few months. So
these are from wave 1 here.
This is wave 1. This is all wave 1 stuff.
Okay.
If I remember, these are Chinari Legionnaires. I could be wrong about that. The Chinari could be the red ones, but I think these are the Chinari.
Yeah, they're cool.
But I'm stoked because we already know some of the stuff that we're gonna get in wave 2 because he did a bunch of reveals on our channel or on my channel back a couple months ago. So we know what we're gonna be getting for the most part. So it's gonna be interesting to see what wave 3 is gonna contain. Because I don't know, I'm pretty sure you were there for the stream, but he revealed like a lizard man.
I watched it. I wasn't actually there, but I did watch it.
A rabbit. He revealed a bunch of different animal types. So I want to see where he takes it from here.
Totally.
And how massive can we get these figures? Because we got some pretty good looking size figures coming from this line. So all right, let's see what else we got. Did you buy any of those by the chance? Did you pre-order any?
I didn't, man. I had every intention of doing it, but I've been real budget conscious as far as like my figures go. I say that as I always talk about how many figures I got that week. But yeah, I just it wasn't in my budget.
It's okay. When you see how good they are, I'm sure Jason will have some extras so that you can buy.
And I think I'm more interested in the other animals like you were just talking about.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just wait to see what else gets revealed. All right, so some last things here we have. Super 7 is throwing their hat into the Bruce Lee ring. We already have a SH Figure Arts one. We've had a Figma one. We've had a Diamond Select one. And now we're going to have a Super 7 one. So Bruce Lee from Super 7. Here we have his Game of Death version. I love this suit.
Yeah, it's really cool, man, but Super 7's not known for being like highly articulated, and it's hard for me to think of a martial arts figure that's not highly articulated. It's very
Having
much
no upper
over.
thigh swivel is automatically going to kill it.
Yeah, well, you got to think it. Super 7 is, and specifically the Ultimates, is a collector line, right? Like it's not
Mhm.
necessarily made for posability or anything like that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this looks almost on scale with their Ultimates as well, and which is like, supposed to be the more articulated version of, Super 7 toy as well.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I do see a lot of articulation here. It's just there's articulation missing in very key points. Like for a martial artist, you want an upper thigh swivel or some kind of upper swivel up there to get, the right positions for your kicks and things like that. The one thing I do like is these cool accessory loadouts that they have, the extra shirts, the nunchucks, the staff, all the different hands, the different heads. Now something looks a little off with the heads, I think, but other than that, the quality looks pretty decent. But yeah, I won't be picking these up either. I already have the Bruce Lee from SH Figure Arts. I have both the Game of Death version and the Enter the Dragon, I guess it would be. So, all right, looks like we got some more stuff. Tamashii Beetleborgs. They're gonna have the little Beetleborg. Dude, it's been so long since I watched Beetleborg. I don't even remember what the hell they call these little things, but they're a little
Dude, I have
telecommunicator.
Yeah,
You got the little Beetleborg figures that go in there. You got some little light up ones with the glow inside of there. So yeah. Anyways, let's just keep going on because I don't think any of us will be buying. As much as I love Beetleborgs, I don't see a need for these little figure thingies.
Yeah, if you're gonna do them, put them in.
Give us the SH Figure
112.
Arts re-released.
Right.
All right, here we got Common Rider Rex Revice. Rex Revi Revice, I think. He has a really
cool.
weird name. He looks cool. I haven't watched this newest Common Rider, but I've heard pretty good things about it. Designs are a little different than some of the Common Riders we're used to. Kind of almost reminds me of some of the Common Rider Ghost designs because they were a lot different than some of the things we had seen before. Kind of has that feel to it. I think it looks cool though. It's like a T-Rex mixed with Common Rider, so it's kind of cool. Here we have a new Sailor Moon for 30th anniversary. I think this will probably, be similar to the movie that we got not too long ago. And that's it for collectibles. So,
Quite a bit.
what have you? What's up?
Quite a bit.
A lot. Yeah, that was a lot. That was, I think, 2 weeks worth of stuff. So,
Yeah.
we're done with that. All right. So the rest of this shouldn't be too hard. So, what have you been watching for anime?
So like I said, I started season 5 of My Hero. I went ahead and we talked about getting the Funimation app. And it was actually a 2-week free trial.
Oh, cool.
So I'm in the first couple days of that. I watched the first 4 episodes, which is just like it's mostly just like an exhibition between class 1A and 1B.
It's so good though.
Yeah, it's very cool. You get to see some new teams. You get to see
New
some
techniques.
some 1B characters that never really got a chance to shine. You also get to, I'm just going to be honest, you get to see some really dumb quirks, right? I think growing mushrooms might be one of the dumbest quirks.
Yeah, but I mean, they had an effect on everybody though too. So
It did totally. But yeah,
it's cool to see how they use the dumb quirks to work for them.
Yes. Yeah, totally. But yeah, it's been very cool, man. And it's all dubbed also. So Funimation has the exclusive dubbed. Right.
Is there anybody that's growing on you, or any characters that you're starting to not like or like more?
Not necessarily. I've kind of always appreciated all the characters. Which is the Dark Shadow again?
Tokiyami.
Tokiyami gets a real time to shine here. And then like his relationship with Hawks, or how much he actually doesn't like Hawks. I thought that was really cool. The fact that Hawks is he's like a double agent, right? He's a hero working for the villains, working for the heroes.
Yeah, at first I thought he was just being a bad guy. The first time they kind
Same
of
here.
reveal that, you're like, "Oh, dude, he's just working with the bad guys. This is fucked." And then you like find out that he's actually, reporting back to the UA. So it's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like,
Yeah,
or the
he's
Hero
just a double
Association.
agent.
Yeah, at first I thought he was just a bad guy, and I was like, "Damn, not Hawks." Like, gosh. But you
Yeah,
kind of did because they do play it that way. Really, to start off, they make you feel like, "Oh, he's being hell secretive. He's being hell weird." Like,
right.
"Oh, he's working with the bad guys." Oh, that explains everything. And then like, okay.
So between those two, Momo gets a real. That's her name, right? Momo.
Yeah, the one who creates things.
She gets, she gets a time to shine here and shown her leadership skills, and yeah, I mean, it's only the first 4 episodes, but I'm enjoying it
Froppy
so far.
too. Froppy gets some time to shine also with her leader skills too.
I don't, not yet. Maybe not.
Oh no,
Maybe in
you
the
haven't got that
next
far yet. Oh,
episode or
okay. I think
so.
that's probably the next episode, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't
or
give anything away though. You're fine.
yeah, because I'm trying to think of who was even on her team.
I want to say I think it's like her and Mineta and
Yeah, see, yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm in. This is round 2. I think I'm in.
Well, okay. The best part of that season comes after all the kid stuff. So just wait. You're in for a ride.
So it gets into the villain stuff here
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
dope.
Anything else you watched?
No, man. Okay, well, I did. I watched a King of the Hill called "A Firefighting We Will Go." Heath brought it up on What Did I
His
Order?
podcast.
Yeah, and dude, that's such a like. If you want to see like just peak King of the Hill, like Gil actually made the confession he's never seen a single episode ever.
I don't know how he did that. How do you do
Yeah,
that?
it's so good. So like
I feel
that
like his
one is
parents
just
were the kind that didn't let him watch anything when he was a kid.
maybe it's pink, it's peak Hank, Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill. Like it's just peak Peggy Hill here. Dude, everything about that episode is so good.
It's funny because, like, first when he mentioned the episode, I was like, "Oh, I don't remember that episode." And then when he started explaining it and how everybody was saying their side of the story and how everybody's side of the story was different, and like when he was talking about it, it immediately popped right in my head. Like I remember Dale with his long flowing hair,
Yeah.
and Boomhauer just being all like sophisticated, just talking hella normal.
Oh yeah, he says, "Hey fellas, could you quiet
So
down?
funny.
I'm trying to read an article on vintage Corvette or Camaros, and I can only get past the first page." And everyone's all, "Dang old man, let me tell you what."
Yeah,
And then Bills is kind of sad, man, because he like thinks he's really fat and he's bald, like
he thinks
all
worse
the
of
way bald.
himself.
Yeah, he like thinks he's like because Bill's always depressed. So
Yeah.
it's just that's a really good episode, man. Peak King of the Hill.
Would that be all
That's
for you?
it, dude. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so I got a good show to talk about.
Wait, hold
go
on.
ahead.
I did watch one more thing.
Okay.
With my daughter today, we watched Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back, but the revitalized CGI version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty much shot for shot, right?
I don't know. I don't think I ever watched it. I thought they changed some things.
Man, I can't tell. It's been so long since I watched Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Right.
But
That was like the first Pokemon movie, right?
I remember going to the theater to watch it and getting
To
a
get the
Dragonite.
cards.
You get a Dragonite card with it, yeah.
Or I think they gave out different cards because I remember they gave out the ancient Mew back then.
That's right.
And the surfing Pikachu and all that shit.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. I remember getting the Dragonite, but we watched that
was a rare one.
On her request, and she actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd be interested in going back to watch the cartoon version of it or the anime version of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be much worse. I think it'd probably be just as good,
if not better.
Yeah, probably a little better, honestly. Because I do think they did cut some things from that remake version.
Okay.
Version.
What about you, man?
I've been watching a new show called Vox Machina, Tales of Vox Machina, or The Legend of Vox Machina on Amazon Prime. Basically, they just took the Critical Role YouTube show or Twitch series, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Basically, a bunch of voice actors would sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. It went from a really like low-key show to a pretty high production value show where they had music and tons of cool miniatures and a whole dungeon that they would play in. So basically they did the next, logical step and took it and animated their adventures and used all the voice actors to voice their characters.
Now, were these adventures that they've already gone through, or did were they new for this series?
No, these are actually they're retreading through some of
Okay.
their old adventures, but they're not starting from like the very beginning. They actually started from the middle of arc called the Briarwood arc. So basically, this arc deals with one of their character Percy's past. Basically, when he was a kid, his family was murdered and his kingdom was taken from his family, and he ran, fled his kingdom, and basically he has he gets reunited with the people who stole his kingdom from him,
Mhm.
and it goes down this whole long arc of who these Briarwood people are and where their ties lead to, and it basically goes from like 0 to 60 really fast after that, because you jump into this whole like war situation right after this whole arc. So it's a good spot for them to jump in. It was probably one of the most interesting and most like tense times to watch the show, and it's actually really good because they let them go off the hinges with it. Like there's cursing, there's nudity, there's a lot of gore and blood and stuff like that, and there's still a ton of humor and stuff too. So I
Nice.
think they're going to do a really good job with the series.
This is on Amazon, you said?
Yeah, this is on Amazon Prime.
Man, I still think it'd be so much fun to have an extra show. Like we already have a ton of shows, but have an extra show that's us playing a D&D campaign.
Dude, I want to so bad. I just need to set up the campaign and we can do that.
That and schedule times. That's probably the
The
biggest
time
thing.
is the hardest thing. Yeah, trying to get us all together to play for 2-3 hours, because it takes the time, dude. It takes time.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever played D&D, it's always about a 4 to 6 hour session, just because like for the first hour you're fucking around, not really doing anything, trying to get set, and then like once you get into it, you find yourself lost for hours. Like
Yeah.
I played with some pretty good groups in the past, and it's a lot of fun. Even though we didn't really always know what we were doing, we always had fun.
That makes it more fun.
Exactly.
Learn along the way.
So other than that, let's see. I was gonna watch the latest Demon Slayer episode today after I got home, but I was feeling pretty tired, so I ended up taking a little nap. But I
Nice.
was all caught up. The last episode I watched basically left us on a cliffhanger. The title was Defeating an Upper Rank Demon, but at the end of the episode, they still had not defeated the demon, so it left it on a super cliffhanger.
I know a lot
fucked
of
up
people
shit
have
happened.
I know a lot of people have been talking up the animation on it.
Oh, the animation is top
Well,
tier.
on
I
this
think
latest
it's
episode.
throughout the whole series, just the moves when they use their sword art techniques. I'll call it sword art techniques. I know nobody likes it. Anybody who watches anime probably hates when I say that, because it brings them back to sword art online. But
Chill out, you fucking weebs.
when they use their sword attacks and stuff, they use like elemental powers like water and fire, and the way they draw it and the way they animate the water and the fire and the different effects is different than everything else throughout the show. So it stands out so much. It looks like it's hand drawn. Like it just looks so cool. It's hard to explain, but
That'll be the next one I watch for sure, because I'm sure
I
there'll
feel
be
like
a huge gap in my hero here after I finish
Yeah.
season 5.
I feel like all these new animes have like their own thing. Like My Hero has like its cool kind of backlit flashing thing that it does, to make sure that it doesn't give people epileptic seizures. Demon Slayer has its really cool like elemental effects and things like that. Jujutsu Kaisen has this really cool kind of almost like faux 3D kind of thing that happens every now and then when they do their like domains and stuff like that. So every anime, all these new animes have their own kind of little niche, kind of gimmicky type of deal, but it's really cool the way they incorporate it into animation and stuff. So
Nice.
I think you should really jump on either Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen next, because they're both.
I think I've already made up my
only
mind.
one or
Demon
two
Slayer will be
seasons.
the next one.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you'd like Demon
Plus,
Slayer.
there doesn't seem like there's a lot to wade through. By the time I'm finished with this, there might be 2 seasons to watch.
Yeah, you'll have like a full 2 seasons by the time you're done, and a movie.
And a movie.
Yeah. All right, let's get into anime. The whole time we're talking, I was so engrossed that I did not bring up the anime.
It's okay. I think most of our anime news just consists of the anime awards, right?
You are right, sir. So let's
Which by the time you listen to this, the anime awards may or may not be over.
Yeah, they'll probably already be over.
Yeah, I think voting ends February 9th, right?
Yeah, the voting ends in 3 days from the time we're recording this. And no, the voting's already done. It'll be tallied up.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
So the winners will be announced.
Let's just blow through this then.
Yeah, we're gonna roll through this really quick. So we got the 40th anniversary anime awards.
40th or 4th?
Oh, I don't know. Doesn't that look like 40 to you?
It's a little misleading.
Okay, I guess it's the 4th.
It's like 40. That's really old.
I know. I was thinking that too. I was
Sorry
like,
for any
damn.
of our
Since the
listeners who are
60s
over-
on since the 80s.
For any of
on
our
the-
listeners over 40, I apologize. That's not really old. You're just starting.
So fourth year, I guess. I don't know why they would. But that's such a misleading. All right. So up for best action nominees, we have Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, VV, Wonder Egg Priority, Demon Slayer Mugen Train, and Dainazenon. So I've watched 3 of these 6 shows, and I would have to say I would probably put it with Demon Slayer Mugen Train, to be honest with you. Attack on Titan is very action packed, but I don't know, something about the animation in Demon Slayer is so much more rich. All right, so there's a lot of nominees for a lot of. I will go through this one too. Best animation nominees: we have Demon Slayer Mugen Train, we have Jujutsu Kaisen, we have Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, we have Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, we have VV, and then we have Wonder Egg Priority. All right. For anime of the year, we have 8686. We have Attack on Titan, the final season, Jujutsu Kaisen, Odd Taxi, Ranking of Kings, and Sunny Boy. For best antagonist, we have Eren Yeager, we have Tamura Shigaraki, we have Yano, we have Echidna, we have Inosuke Shindo, and we have Teta Kisaki. For best boy nominees, wait, did I skip protagonist? No, I guess not. Okay, cool. For best boy nominees, we have Senku Ishigami, Izumi Miyamura, Odokawa, Boji, Ken Draken Ryuguji, Manjiro Mikey Sano. And then you guys can just read these ones because I'm not going to go through all these.
Yeah, you get some best
character design nominees.
Exactly. Well, I don't think we need to read through every single one.
No, we have best comedy.
If you really want an in-depth look at all this, go listen to Dynamic Century. Those guys always kill it. When it comes
they love to go through all the nominations and talk about all the different categories. Also, you can go to the Crunchyroll website or the Crunchyroll app and view all the different nominees and things there too.
Is King of the Hill on any of
best
these?
Drama. Let me check. Hold on. No, I don't see it. Sorry. Best ending sequence. So they always have a ton of different awards. We got best VA performance. So best voiceover performance by English actor or English voice actor. We have best fantasy, best fight scenes. Let's talk about some of these fight scenes because this is cool. We have Eren Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan. That was a pretty decent fight. We have Naruto Uzumaki versus Ishiki Otsutsuki. I did not see that fight. I think that's from Boruto. We have Yuji Itadori and Ao Toda versus Hanami. That was a freaking badass fight. We have Yuji Itadori and Nobura Kugasaki versus Eso and Kichizu. That was a really good fight. That was at the end of the season. Elma versus Toru and Bibi versus Yugo Kakutani. Did not see either of those fights.
So the one that I would have voted for, which I guess would have counted for 2020, is Fleck Turn and Deku. Have you seen that newest movie yet?
No, I think that would have counted for 2021 though, because that was last year.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, that fight, like I don't watch a lot of anime, but damn, that fight.
Wait, what movie? That was the most recent movie, like World Heroes or whatever.
Mission.
Yeah,
Heroes
that was
World
new.
Mission.
That would count for this year.
Well, that sucks because that
it didn't make it on the list.
That's a great fight scene. When you get after this, just YouTube it or watch that movie tonight.
I might watch that movie. Yeah, I need to go find it. I still haven't seen it. So it got best film for anime. Evangelion was on there. Got best girl. My girl Nobura better win that one. We got best voiceover by a Japanese performer. Best opening sequence nominees. I see Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan up there. I love the Attack on Titan opening sequence. It's pretty damn good. We got best protagonist nominees. We'll read through these really quick. We got Eren Yeager, Yuji Itadori, Joe from Mega Bloks, Odokawa from Odd Taxi, Boji from Ranking of Kings, and A. Oto from Wonder Egg Priority. I want to see that Wonder Egg Priority. I don't know. That's on a lot of these lists. We got Best Romance nominees. We'll skip that because nobody wants to watch romance anime. We have Best Score nominees. My daughter actually likes that crap. All right. So Gil wants us to play this for the viewers. Oh, wow. Okay. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I just opened the second.
What is
tab.
this?
That's really odd. Well, you're about to see.
Fuck Falco. As you listen to this, talking about some funny spoilers. You see the title. Rizzy and Sasha, you feel me? Fuck Gabby, 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 fuck Gabby.
Well, basically, to give you some context, Gabby is the one who shot Aaron Yeager's head off at the final on one of the last episodes. So everybody fucking hates Gabby right now. So that's what this video is about. And they're basically saying how Aaron didn't do anything wrong. All right, we'll stop. But I think Gil wanted us to play that for the viewers. So.
If you have small children in the car while listening to the Geek Out Show, I extremely apologize. 1, you should have never done that to begin with. 2, see number 1.
All right. Let's get into gaming. Have you played it? Have you been playing anything? How's your Fortnite career been going?
Yeah, just Fortniting, dude. I actually finished off the battle pass, so I have all 10 pages unlocked. This weekend, I actually had to work a lot, but I squeezed some in as here and there. So
I know. I was surprised. You're like, I'm gonna be on. I'm like, wait, did you get like time off or what?
No, dude. I just tried, jumped on a game
in between the 3 or 4 hours of sleep. He has time to play Fortnite.
Dude, yeah, I'm really going off of that. If you can't tell on the video, not a video podcast.
Dude, I've been sleeping like shit actually too, because I forgot to tell you guys, but my lady got COVID and my kid had COVID. Shit. So I was literally sleeping on the couch for the past week, and they were quarantined in both their rooms. And somehow I didn't get anything. So me and Gil must have that super immunity from hanging out.
I haven't gotten it either, man. So
has anybody in your family gotten it though? Like in your household?
Yeah, that I know. Not
makes it a little easier to avoid it when it's not living with you.
True. I also started doing some of the foundation challenges.
Did you get the foundation skin yet?
Yeah, I got I pretty much have the first page except the melee weapon, which you have to do 100 damage on someone, and I can't get close enough to anyone to do it.
Hey, you know what you do? Here, I'll tell you what you do. Okay, so stay on the bus till it drops. Let it drop you. Let yourself just fall down there, and if you happen to fall with somebody who's not connected, you just start fucking killing them as soon as you get to the ground with them.
Okay, I didn't know you could do that.
That's the fastest way to get it, dude. That's the trick. Okay. So just stay on the bus till it lets you off. It makes you fall out, and just let yourself coast all the way to the ground, and more than likely someone else is going to fall right next to you who's AFK or whatever, and then you could just kill them while they're not paying attention.
Okay.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Or I've just do a suicide run and try to hit people.
I've only got that to unlock in the second page.
All right. Yeah, I'm like right there with you. I have to do that melee, and I think I have to do the sliding shooting people too. Like while you're sliding.
Well, that's my go-to move, dude. So I'm always
that's your go-to move. Any other games you played?
No, dude. I really haven't had any time to play any. I started I don't know if I talked about this. Did I talk about getting the DLC for My Hero? I think I did.
Oh yeah, you talked about the deck loadable content. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it? What does it add?
So
no, you actually didn't talk about it. You said you were going to get it. You never said that you did get it.
Okay, so yeah, I got it in. Comes with 2 attack cards, 2 foundation cards, and 2 character cards for 4 characters, which is Ida, Araka, Fruppy, and All Might. So I have all these decks right now that I'm working on. I'm building those 3.
Nice.
Those 4 rather. But yeah, it comes with some pretty cool cards. I mean, I have the Fruppy ones right here. So
is everything all the same, or do you have a chance of getting different stuff?
No, so you get the 2 attacks, you get the 2 foundations, right? Oh wait, this is
so each pack has the same stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like there's no mystery rares, no special.
I had these mixed up. Sorry, dude. These are the cards from it. And then you get new character cards.
Hold on. Let me give you a solo screen really quick so we can see it.
So,
All right.
you
Sorry.
get two attacks, 2 foundations. I bought 2 of each DLC so I could have a full play set. And
So
2
how many cards
character
come in each pack? Like 10?
4 for 4 characters.
Oh, so 16 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. How much is deck loadable content? Like $10?
No, it's like $30, but they're all
Holy
hollows.
shit.
Yeah, they're all hollows though.
Yeah, but I mean, if they all, it doesn't matter if they're all hollow if you're gonna get the same shit in the pack because it's gonna be worth nothing basically.
Well, you want a play set, and they are really powerful cards too.
Okay, that's cool, but I mean, damn, $30, damn.
Yeah,
Like
25,
$2 a card.
$30. You know.
I wonder if they actually go for money on the secondary then.
You know, I don't know. I only opened. Well, no, I opened both. Never mind. I didn't say I only opened one, but
You know
I
that
don't know if
season
they'll
2's
do it.
coming out soon, right?
Yeah, in March, Crimson, whatever it is.
I'm still trying to get my hand on some Everfest booster sets for Flesh and Blood. They put out a new.
You know,
Everfest.
I need to get with you and see what cards you do and don't have for my hero because I have a bunch of some, and I'm actually missing a few.
Yeah, I might have some stuff I could trade you, honestly.
Like, I don't even have a Shigaraki character card. Like, I can't even build a Shigaraki deck because I don't have.
I might have a second one. I'll look.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, for me, I've been playing, Fortnite. I finished off my pages. I'm in my bonus rewards right now. I'm trying to unlock that. I'll be happy once I unlock the Future Foundation Spidey skin, and then I'll be good. You know what I mean? Like,
see, I don't really care for that one.
I just wanted to have it because I've already gotten, like, this is the first time I've completed my battle pass all the way, even though I had to buy those last couple levels, but because I was just like, I'm getting tired of this, dude. And I thought
usually,
the season was going to end.
the way I did it, I say usually, like, because this is the first time I've ever done it. I buy enough to buy the battle pass and unlock the first 2 pages right out the gate.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that next time. But so I've been doing that. I actually was doing really good the other day. I got 2 solo victories by myself, just killing it by myself. Let's see what else. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake quite a bit. I was able to get past the Corneo Coliseum. So I'm about a third of the way through the game, or the first part of the game, because they're releasing it in like episodes. So they've only released the first episode of the game. They'll probably release the second episode sometime in the next few months. And then third episode probably won't be out till like late this year or early next year. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of tedious bullshit, though, where you're just running back and forth and doing like really stupid little quest lines that are kind of obnoxious, but you need kind of like all the XP you can to try to level up to fight some of these bigger bosses. The main thing is that, like, it's like an action RPG in the sense that your basic attacks, you have to run up and actually, use your basic attacks on them. But whenever you choose to use your spells or materia and stuff like that, it like stops time. So you have time to choose what you want to do. But in between that time, you have to be there attacking to build up your gauge to be able to use your spells and your items and stuff. So it's a very hard RPG game because it's not just your traditional, turn-based, but it's also not your traditional action RPG either. So it has a little bit of elements of both, and it crosses them very well, but it's kind of hard to get used to at first for somebody who's not, who hasn't played games like that very often. I played a lot of RPGs, just not, the cross like that. It's almost like, I would say it's like Kingdom Hearts, but it's not quite, because with Kingdom Hearts, you do button combos to make your spells go off, which you can do with Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you have access to so many more spells and things that sometimes it's better to use the menu system than to just, click the buttons. Because sometimes you accidentally click the wrong button and use a heal instead of like a Faraga spell or something like that, So that can really fuck you over. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's getting me back into playing RPG video games, story-based video games, and kind of like learning to be more patient and take my time and try to finish a game. So that's my goal with this. I'm going to finish it. So you guys can't make fun of me anymore.
We'll see you in 2023 when you finish it.
Yeah, it will take that long because it's going to be that long before the games come out. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some video game news here. GTA 6 has finally been confirmed by Rockstar Studios, and it is well underway, they say. It should be. I mean, man, they haven't released a GTA game in at least 5 years. GTA 5 came out so long ago. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like that came out when I was still in school, man. So quite a long time ago.
Yeah, so are you looking forward to GTA 6? Are you a GTA fan?
No, man, I don't really care for these. Like, I played San Andreas, and that's about where it stopped, you know?
I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I played a little bit of the story. It wasn't too bad. It's just I feel like I lose. It's like the open world, it's so big, it just makes you kind of, once you start doing
Yeah.
things, you get off track, and then you just don't you don't finish the story because you're
Then you never
doing
go
other
back to play
shit.
the game.
Yeah, and then I just kind of lose interest. So like, I'm not the biggest GTA fan. But
I'm the
then again,
same
I've
way.
never had a GTA game when it first releases either. I usually get it like months after it releases. So by then everybody's like super good at it, and I'm like basically sucky as hell. So maybe I'll try playing this one from the start and see if I can keep up with people, and it might be more
Yeah.
interesting that way, you know? Because I know the community goes pretty crazy for this game. Like the Grand Theft Auto 5 game is still being played to this day by tons of people. So, you know, it has a lot of longevity and a big fan base. So one thing I wanted to add to the news that I don't see on here is that Clayton Oandy Photo let me in on the fact that World of Warcraft might be coming to the Xbox.
Yeah, so when we were away, we had Blizzard, or did we talk about that?
We talked about it. We talked about Blizzard being
Microsoft
bought by
purchase?
Microsoft.
Yeah.
But we didn't really talk about all the you know, all the things that might come with that. So we're looking at maybe a possible World of Warcraft on the console, which would be the first time that's ever happened. Also, they're talking about making a World of Warcraft mobile game as well. So those are two World of Warcraft developments to look forward to for all the WoW players out there. I know there's a lot of them. I know a lot of them probably fell off the game a while back. Some have been brought back in through the like new vanilla kind of classic WoW that they put up. They kind of like recharged it, but from what I hear is it's not hard at all. So they're probably
If it's
looking for
not
more
City of
challenge.
Heroes, I don't want it.
Right. And I can't keep up with the game like WoW. You have to invest so much time. It's like basically you have to have a second life to be able to play this game. So it's never been something that I could keep up with.
Yeah, me either.
All right, go ahead and tell us a little bit about this. What you think you know?
So,
Star Wars.
you know, we've got the announcement that EA's exclusivity deal ends in 2023 with Star Wars, but that's not stopping them from producing new games. They've got 3 in the pipeline, one being the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, which I think we all saw that coming. And I just got to throw this out there. It's only a matter of time before we see Cal Kestis in live action.
Yeah, especially with that BD droid.
Yeah.
That was like, oh my god. When I saw the BD running around, I was like, no, don't let him get killed right away. I was like, we need to see Cal Kestis.
So again, this is EA and Respawn. They're working on a first-person shooter and a strategy game, and that's all about what we know from it. So not a whole lot of news other than the fact that they are developing more games.
I think I'll be interested in seeing what they do with the strategy game.
You know, I'm not. It's that strategy games I've never really clicked with. Would you consider StarCraft a strategy game? Right? Is that a
yes, I would,
game?
but that's like a real-time strategy, so that's like
That's
RTS.
like the last one I played.
And I suck at those, so if it's anything like that, I would be out of it. But there are different types of strategy games too. Like you have like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that. So it could be like a almost like a board game type of deal where you maneuver your troops to interact with other troops, like a massive war type strategy game. That would be cool. Think about
And
like
a first person shooter. I'd love like a Republic Commando style, but with the Bad Batch. Like if we got a Bad
okay,
Batch
how about like
video game?
a 4-player squad style Bad Batch,
Yeah,
like the old SOCOM games.
yeah, that would be dope.
Right. But yeah, I could see them doing like the Battle of Hoth that way, like a strategy-based Battle of Hoth, where you're like you take control of either the enemy forces or the ally forces, and you can either control, you know, like the big ass AT-ATs, or you can be running around in the snow speeders and shit, like, and you can move your troops around. That'd be cool. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so last thing we have on our little page here is the Starmie V character rare card reveal. Starmie and Misty here. Misty floating on a little Pokemon inner tube. eating, I don't know what the hell that is, like pancakes and shit. What the fuck? I wouldn't hate to be her pool cleaner. But yeah, cool looking card art. This is probably like one of those rare, expensive cards. Gil would probably be the one to have to fill us in on all that. I don't collect Pokemon cards, unfortunately. I try to collect only card games that I'm gonna play.
Yeah, it looks rare and expensive.
I mean, yeah, but then again, all the cards kind of look like this nowadays, so it's kind of hard to tell what's rare and expensive from Pokemon nowadays, because I feel like all their card art looks insane nowadays compared to what it used to be, you know? All right, so that's it for gaming. What have you been watching, Jade?
So the big thing, big man on campus is Book of Boba Fett, right? That's what I've been watching. Did you watch the newest episode?
I was watching it earlier, and I feel like I feel like I snoozed out at some point. But why don't you go ahead and talk about it, because I feel like I caught the gist of it.
Yeah, definitely not. You're missing out if you haven't seen it yet. But I mean, we're just getting more story with Din and Grogu, and Ahsoka comes into the fold, and Luke's there, and the Marshal, and we get
That
to
was
reveal
cool.
Cad Bane at the end. Like I'm not gonna
See,
say,
I knew I missed something.
yeah, right. You haven't seen
That's
that
the
on the
one part I
internet
wanted to
even?
see. No, I missed it. I told you. I saw
You
the
didn't
whole
even see that
Ahsoka
on.
thing. I saw the whole Ahsoka thing, her talking to him, being like almost basically like it seemed like she didn't want him to see Grogu at first, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
what the hell's
it's
going on here?
they're stopping it. He's a Mandalorian foundling. Well, maybe he's a Padawan, and so sorry. If I'm surprised you haven't gotten spoiled off Instagram or something.
No, I mean I did. I saw all the Cad Bane posts, but but then when I saw Cobb Vanth in the beginning, I was like, well, were they just fucking with me?
It's at the
And they just
very
put
end.
Cad
It's at
Bane.
the very end.
Yeah, see, I thought they were
So
just fucking with us by putting Cad Bane, like, oh, Cad Bane's here, but like really he's not, you know.
No, so I mean, everything was great about it. Go listen to episode 41 of the Canon Cantina. Heath and I did an entire episode on that particularly. So I'm not going to sit here and gush over it. It's great. I don't get what people are complaining about. Here's the thing: is a lot of people are like, "Oh,
What are
this
they
is."
complaining about?
Well, for one, they were complaining that Boba Fett's like soft and dumb, right? For the first couple of episodes, and then it's like, this isn't my Boba Fett. Well. And the funniest comment I read is your idea of Boba Fett came off of a tattoo you got on your upper arm in 1998, right? Like it's not there is no Boba Fett story.
Your idea of Boba Fett is a character that had like 3 minutes of total screen time. Like, what do you
So
want?
here's the thing. He hasn't been in the last 2 episodes, and now it's like, okay, you got your Boba Fett. He gets 30 seconds of screen time and doesn't say a word. You got, you mean, it's really ridiculous. I really like the story we're getting here. I like the character development in Boba Fett. This team can do no wrong in my eyes.
I like it too. The beginning of the episode that started with Cobb Vanth was awesome. Him trying to deal with the Pikes, being, pretty chilled for the get-go, and then they try to pull a fast one on him, and he just kills them all dead in their spot.
He's very cowboy, right? Like, hey man, think it through.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's got a gun.
And then when he got the spice, I was like, oh shit, you got some hell of money worth of spice right there. And then he just fucking kicked it over. I was like, all right, well, he really is a good guy.
The funny thing my wife pointed out to that scene is when he kicks it over, it's all blowing back. Like all the spice is blowing back to where he
right at him
standing.
He's just
yeah, exactly. But dude, I mean, it's great. We got the finale coming up, so just really looking forward to that.
It was funny to get that call back to Baby Yoda trying to eat the frog. That was great.
Yep.
And then Luke just pulls them all out of the water.
Well, and the CGI on Luke is like, dude, it is
great.
Kind of scary how good it looked.
It looked way better than last time.
So I was reading a thing that even the lines are done by an AI. Like they have so much footage of his audio that they can basically just tell it what to say, and it sounds like Luke Skywalker.
So he's not even there.
Apparently not.
Wow, that's fucking weird.
It's crazy.
Oh man, imagine having to be one of the actors acting with that though. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a person there, but still. So all right, well, let's get into anything else you've been watching? Sorry.
Nah, dude, that's all I watched.
Okay, I started this show called Archive 81 on Netflix. It seems kind of cool. It's like this anthology horror series where it's told from multiple people's perspectives, but has like one basic like ongoing storyline, but told from multiple people's like views. And it's all about like camera and found footage and old cameras and things like that. So it's pretty interesting. I just started the first episode, so haven't got too deep, not deep enough to really let you guys know much about it yet. But I'm gonna keep watching it and let you know if it's worth
Report
watching or
back
not.
next week.
Yeah, I'll come back next week, let you know. Let's think. What else have I been watching? I feel like I've been watching a lot of stuff, but at the same time, not much. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Anything
Just
worth
background
talking about.
noise.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been watching Euphoria with my lady. It's okay. It's one of those shows where I kind of just pop in and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I'll be like, "Oh, okay." And I'll sit down
I
and watch
think I
it.
talked about that. Yeah, I talked about that on our last episode. Like, oh, what does she do? Oh, what does he do? What's going on? Then,
Yeah.
like, before you know it, you've watched 3 episodes of it.
It's definitely one of those shows. Definitely one of those shows where you catch a little bit and you're like, "Okay, I guess I'll watch this for a minute." You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else I've watched. Oh, yeah, no. I did start watching something, Righteous Gemstones. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've watched the first couple episodes.
Okay,
just-
now that is a funny.
yeah, I
show.
really like Danny McBride and Adam DeMant, but like I couldn't get into it.
Adam DeMam. I love that you called him Adam DeMam.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, that's how I know him too. Adam DeMam. But yeah, I love those characters, and it's super blasphemous. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel kind of bad watching it, you know, because I mean, I don't find myself to be a religious person, but I do believe there's something out there, you know, something greater than all of us. So you know, them just like, I mean, it's taking a hard hit at the church, and some of the shit, you know, it is kind of good to see them call, you know, some of the church out on the kind of shit that, you know,
Super,
do see
you
kind of
know,
stuff
these
happen.
mega churches and shit like
Yeah,
that.
it is shit that happens. So, it's a great shit. It's super funny. I mean, and John Goodman's in it, and I fucking love John Goodman. So,
Yeah,
it's
funny.
it's a good show. It's a funny show. There's a lot going on. It's very you know, satirical. It talks about a lot of, you know, religious stuff and just basically what's going on in the world today. But I think it's funny. And Adam Devine and Danny McBride, you know, being brothers and just clashing constantly. It's super funny. Play off each other very well. Other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. And I did get jumped back on Letterkenny too, because I think I tried watching that originally and it wasn't really hitting for me. So I went back and watched it again, and I'm really liking the show. I think I burned through like 2 seasons worth of it already, and it's a good show. Have you watched that one?
Yeah, I burned through that like really early.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a funny show. Very funny. That's about it. I've been just watching a lot of comedy in between all the heavy shit, you know, just to keep the mood light.
For sure.
So let's get into some entertainment news. Talking about keeping the mood light. Looks like we got a pilot script here for That 90s Show. Any
I have
thoughts
no
on
interest in watching this.
Is there any reason why? Is it because the cast went down so bad?
No, not necessarily. I like That 70s Show for what it is. I like that they're continuing on with Red and Kitty and Donna and Eric's grandkids, right? I do love the 90s, so I'm sure we'll get lots of 90s references and nostalgia. It's not something I'm like looking forward to, you know.
Yeah, the only thing I'm like the whole 90s nostalgia, I'm wondering how much it's going to hit because of the age that they're going to be at now. You know, I think it would be a little different if they were either kids in the 90s or teenagers in the 90s.
Who's
But now
that?
they're going to be like, huh?
You're talking about like Donna and Eric and
Yeah,
Elsa. Well, they're
exactly.
not in it. It's
Oh.
Red and Kitty and Donna and Eric's children. So
Okay.
they're grandparents here, yeah.
Okay, well that might work out a little better then.
Yeah.
I do like Red and Kitty, so that might work out a little better. Oh, have you been watching Peacemaker at all? That's what else I've been watching.
Still haven't seen a single episode of it.
Man, you got to get on that. That's a good show.
Just too much stuff to watch.
No, I feel it. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm not mad at it. All right. So speaking of a lot going on, there is a lot of rumors going on with I know you guys probably cannot see this because it's probably terrible quality. There's a lot of rumors going on with Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness.
And for our audio listeners, it is literally a list of credits of every character you've ever seen in a Marvel-related movie with the actors associated with them. And I'm just going to go out and call BS on this.
I feel strong BS on this too. I don't know why, but just some of this stuff is so far out there. But hey, look, they do have somebody cast for Clea Lake, the female Doctor Strange. That's kind of interesting. So some of the things that really some of the things that kind of hit odd. So we have a second Doctor Stephen Strange, Peter Houghton. We have a second Wong, Clyde Kusatsu. We have we have Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Ben Affleck. That sounds weird. Which it could be a possibility though, after what we saw with the Spider-Man. Hyperion being played by Henry Cavill. Now that is where it seems very, very weird. We have the original Fantastic Four cast, including Jessica Alba and Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. We have Hugh Jackman.
Michael Chiklis is missing from that list.
Yeah, you're right, as the Ben Grimm.
I don't know. This looks like someone just slapped together. Would it be cool? Yes. Is it possible? Absolutely. I just don't believe in it.
Yeah, they also have Patrick Stewart, James McAvoy on here. I think I saw Fassbender on here. Or do they not have Fassbender on here? He's not on here. I don't see him on here. But they even had like Ben Stiller on here and stuff. So I don't know.
The fact they have Leonardo DiCaprio as a Peter Parker Spider-Man, bullshit. I know he was in the running to be in the original Raimi Spider-Man, but no. Leo.
I would like to see January Jones back as Emma Frost, though.
Leo is not coming to do this movie.
No. All right. So here's another, something going through the rumor mill, something that was just kind of said offhand. Ron Perlman said he wasn't eager to make a Hellboy 3 movie, but he said that he owed it to the fans. So I don't know if there's any real talks of this going to actually happen. Because they'd probably have to get Guillermo back on board for it, but I don't think Guillermo would be opposed to it.
I loved those movies. I never even watched the David Harbour one. I don't know if it was that. Was it bad?
It wasn't that bad.
I mean, it was so bad they pulled it from theaters, right?
It really was not that bad. Though I think the Mila Jovovich was probably the worst part of it, her character, but I actually kind of like David Harbour as him. I really didn't mind it. His look was kind of a little uglier than the Hellboy we're used to. Yeah, but overall,
I don't need to see this, man. Like, he's right. He's 71 years old. I don't need to see.
I know. I mean, damn, what's he really going to be able to do?
Right.
But yeah. I mean, if they made it, I would watch it. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
For Netflix.
All right. Little teaser here of what might be a Mortal Kombat 2 poster. So we got Scorpion's little shank there. His little gardening tool there. Will you be watching Mortal Kombat 2 if it comes out?
If it is another home box office release, yes.
Oh yeah, okay, like another HBO Max release.
Yeah, if I have to go to the theaters, no.
No, okay. I think I'll watch it either way. I didn't. Oh, okay. I see. It's in the shape of a 2. Okay, I just saw that.
Oh, you just got that?
I just saw that.
Oh my gosh, man!
Wow, I'm so dumb. I was like, oh, okay. But I will definitely check it out because I feel like they can only progress the story for the better now. I think they kind of heard our feedback, and I think they will make better decisions with the second movie. I think they'll go in a better route. Obviously, they're going to bring Scorpion back, or they're going to make Cole Young into Scorpion, one of the two. I think if they make him into Scorpion, that'd probably be the better route. Just turn him into Scorpion and get rid of him altogether. You know what I mean?
Don't let him talk.
Exactly. Sorry to say. Sorry, Cole Young. All right, some big news. Probably the biggest news we have in entertainment right now. Kyle Allen has been cast as He-Man for an upcoming Netflix series, live action series. Interested?
Yes. Have you read any of the synopsis of it?
No, have you?
Yeah, so it's like a young boy from Earth discovers he's actually from a faraway land, and now he has to go back and defend it.
Okay, so actually, I did hear that from Skeletor. So
it's like She-Ra, basically. Okay. But yeah, dude, it's good. Netflix is putting up the money for it now. I think Sony owned it at one point. But Netflix is putting up the dough for it. it's going to be I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's going to be a spectacle, right? Like the shows and movies they put money into usually are at the very least visually stunning.
Yeah, and most of the properties that they've chose to put a decent amount of money in have pretty good return for them.
Yeah.
So they haven't had too many floppers yet.
Yeah, I think here you're looking for a He-Man like connected movie universe.
Do you think he'll play just Prince Adam, or do you think he'll play He-Man as well?
I don't know.
That's what I'm curious about. I mean, he kind of has like that face. If you just throw like a big blonde wig on him, I feel like he would pull off a
Sure.
He-Man. But I just don't know what his body style looks like. He has to be pretty ripped.
It's nothing that couldn't, he couldn't go to the
Nothing
gym
some
for.
steroids couldn't do.
Right.
We got a new Percy Jackson series officially announced coming to Disney Plus. I'm interested in this. I like the Percy Jackson movie. They were a little kiddie, but
How many movies are there? I only remember one.
I think there was 2 or 3, if I'm correct. I know there's like a whole book series. My buddy Jalen was really into this series, and he speaks it up big time. He said they kind of did a disservice through the movies. They kind of rushed the movies too fast and kind of downplayed some of the characters like Kronos and stuff like that. But if they pull off this, if they do this series right, I feel like they could actually get it closer to the books, and it might be more enjoyable than the movies. And I don't think too many people had problems with the movies either.
Is it a reboot of the same cast and stuff from the movies, or is this like?
I don't think it'll be the same cast from the movies because that was quite a while ago. Those kids are probably all pretty old now, so I think it'll be new kids and probably just a brand new take on the series.
I could probably tell you now I will never watch one episode of this.
Well, until I tell you that it's good, and then you might watch it.
Then I definitely won't watch it.
It might be all right. I don't know. It looks like they're gonna try to merge it into like modern time more because in the other Percy Jackson, he kind of goes into the other world. Here, it looks like the other world might be coming into like Earth more, So we'll see. All right, here's some big news. Tobin Bell might be returning for another installment of the Saw series, of the Saw franchise. So the last one we saw was done by Chris Rock and starred Chris Rock, and people were kind of mixed on it. I thought it was okay. It didn't feel like a Saw movie to me per se, but it felt like a good horror movie.
I don't think I've seen past the third one.
Oh, okay. So you never saw it. So the last one they made, I think, was called Spiral, the Book of Saw, and that
they just turned into like gore porn. I just wasn't into it.
Yeah, they've been torture porn pretty much from the get-go, but I think the first and second one had really good stories and really good ways to tell the story. And after that, it kind of just kept becoming the same thing with like, oh, what a twist, like it became like a M. Night Shyamalan movie, basically.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the first one with the twist. The second one was that's the one when they're all in the house, right?
Yeah, with the drug girl and stuff, yeah.
And then the third one is he's like in a meat packing plant, kind of. The doctor, or his wife is a doctor or something like that.
Yeah, and she has the shotgun set up around her neck.
So those are that's the last one I watched. And after that I was like, I don't think I'm
actually that might be like number 4, bro. I don't know. There's a lot of them, but yeah, no, actually that is number 3, right? Because then the detective comes in at the end, and that detective is like the bad guy number 4, yeah, and then he's the bad guy number 5 because he doesn't get killed or some shit, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Anyways, yeah, if you haven't seen those movies, you're behind. All right, last thing, but probably one of the biggest things, Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie coming to Netflix with a runtime of an hour and a half, approximately.
Which is enough for a horror movie.
For Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't think you need more than that. When they try to go too far, they try to like humanize Leatherface, and it just gets cringy after that.
So, and the tagline is "The Face of Madness Returns." This, from what I understand, is a like a modern day take on it. Like the events of Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened, and kind of like the way the new Halloween movies, right? Like Laurie Strode is like an older woman at this point. I think they're bringing back one of the characters from one of the movies. I can't remember which one.
Jessica Biel, maybe.
No, I think it's somebody else. But yeah, kind of going with that same formula.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be a new Leatherface, or if they're gonna go with like, is he gonna be like an undying Leatherface? You know what I
So
mean?
this is the synopsis. Influencers looking to breathe new life into a Texas ghost town encounter Leatherface, the legendary killer who wears a mask of human skin.
And that's it.
And they're bringing back.
Was that it? That was really the synopsis?
Yes.
Short and sweet. I like it.
I do like to see. I would like to see Gen Z get their asses handed to them by Leatherface.
It'll be funny because they're all going to be like making TikTok videos out in Texas, and all of a sudden Leatherface is going to come out with a chainsaw and just.
I wonder where it was filmed, because the original was filmed in my hometown. And as a matter of fact, I think I've told this story before. The gas station that they all go to in the original one.
The one where the guy is like working with the guy. Oh, well, no, not in that one, huh?
No, that's the old one.
In the original, the gas station guy has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but that gas station was a place in my hometown where we used to go buy beer in high school and stuff.
I would go there on purpose just because of that. Like if
now it's like a Texas Chainsaw themed Airbnb. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Or like I was like, I would go there. Like I would go to that gas station, even if there was like 10 other better gas stations. I would go to that gas station.
Anyways, oh, dude, and that's how it was. It was like it was called Bilbo's Grocery. And,
wow. So it was Lord of the Rings too, huh?
Yeah, but it was just like, I mean, it looked like it never changed. Like it was.
They were trying to hit the nerd market and the horror market, huh?
Yeah, we used to buy our Milwaukee's Best Light there.
Have you been to that B&B?
No, but I've seen it online since then.
Shit, if I ever come to Texas, I'm gonna stay at that B&B.
There you go.
All right, well, that's about it for the show. You got any last words?
Nothing here, man. You can find me at JRU Toys on Instagram. Catch me on my other show, the Canon Cantina, with my good buddy Heath, where we talk all things Star Wars. We're giving away a free copy of Claudia Gray's The Fallen Star. Just go to the Geek Out Show on Instagram, tag a friend, and you're automatically entered. That's all you got to do.
Boom. Sounds like
what about you, man?
You guys can find me at Major Reaction _IG on Instagram. Check out the YouTubes on Major Reaction. I've been putting up some really cool videos lately. Got a lot of TCG stuff up there, Flesh and Blood unboxings. Also have my newest return of 3TO. So that was my old series called Toy Talk Timeout. I'm trying to get back into, doing more toy vlog videos and stuff like that. So this is kind of more of like a vlog style video. Just talking about some stuff that, collectors got to deal with, some collector issues, like some collector problems that we have to deal with. Basically like the life of a collector, just giving you a little behind the scenes look at that. So just stay tuned. I'm going to have some more stuff coming out soon. Just some old video footage that I had saved. Going to pop that out for you guys and, just give you some more extra stuff to tune into and watch. So let's get some subscribers up though, because once I hit about 500 subscribers on YouTube, which is about 140 away, I'm going to do a big giveaway on YouTube's. So
Sweet.
Please go over there and subscribe and let's get that going. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This has been another installment of the Geek Out Show. Till next time, stay geeked up and geek out. Later.